Hero coaching basically means that you are the know-all, you are the be-all, and you are the only resource for your clients. And this is a humongous mistake because it creates clients that are dependent on you rather than creating clients that are empowered in their own journey. And I just have to say that as a retired nurse, that was a really hard habit for me to break, because as a nurse, I was the hero, right? Like I rushed in with the life-saving medication or whatever it was that the patient needed. And the patients were absolutely dependent on me. And so breaking that habit of being a hero took a little bit for me. And what it really took was wrapping my head around the mindset that being a hero and rushing to their rescue all the time and not challenging them to solve their own problems was doing two things. Number one, it was creating a client that was dependent on me. And number two, it was robbing them the opportunity of becoming independent and creating self-efficacy. So when we're talking about health coaching, what we want to accomplish is we want to accomplish helping our clients become the dominant forces in their own health journey, which means that then when they come to us with a question, rather than giving them the answer, we guide them towards the resource where they can find the answer on their own, right? It was so natural for me for a client to ask a simple question about putting together their Lean and Green meal to just type in the answer or give them the answer on the phone. It was so easy. And what happened was that I found that my clients were coming to me with more and more questions of things that they could find on their own with the resources that they have. And the beauty of our system is that we have a 4-tool system. Us as the coach is only 25% of that system. They have a book and a life book. They have a community. And along with that life book and that community come 3 times a week calls, right? So they have calls to plug into, they have a book to plug into, they have a community to plug into and ask questions there. And they also have their plan guide, depending on what nutrition plan they're on. They have a guide, and therefore they have a lot of resources, and they are capable of finding answers on their own. So I like to think of coaching in the same way that I think of parenting, right? Like I do not want my children to be dependent on me. At this point, they are 10 and 12 years old. They know how to turn on the propane stove. They know how to cook themselves eggs for breakfast and make toast if they want to. They know where the healthy snacks are. I've empowered them to make good, healthy choices. And they are totally and completely independent in terms of feeding themselves. Now, do they still come to me and want me to make them food? Of course they do, because there's something really special about me making them meals. But the fact is, I have empowered them to be individuals that know how to make healthy choices, that know how to prepare foods for themselves, and they know where to find what it is that they need. And that is what we need to do for our clients. Because if we're always rushing in and saving the day for them, they are never going to become self-efficient or independent. They are never going to gain the confidence in yourself. They're going to be dependent on you, which also means that they're probably going to take up a whole lot of your time, because they're going to be asking questions that they could find on their own. And so really, not only does it benefit your client, but it also benefits you in terms of building a business. Because when you give up hero coaching and you stop trying to rescue your clients and you allow them the time and space to find their own answers, they become less dependent on you, which means that your calls with them are much more effective and much more efficient. And when your calls are time efficient and highly effective because you're having your clients rely on the system, that means that you now have the time availability to impact more clients, which also means you have the availability to start growing a more sustainable business. So I want you to remember, think about the mindset of you are robbing your clients of their personal growth by being a hero in their journeys. So that's the mindset, right? The skill set that is required for that is to be a master at the resources that are available. Are you plugging into your life book? Are you tuning into the Habits of Health calls? Do you know where to find the different playlists on the YouTube channel? Do you know what the program guide contains? Are you plugging into the community? Are you familiar with what's in that resources or that files button inside of Mission Possible? And if you are not, that is this foundational skill that you need to master so that you know where to direct your clients to, okay? Action steps that are gonna help you overcome this mistake. Number one, lean on your mentor, because I'm willing to bet that your mentor has navigated this mistake themselves, and they probably have some tips and some wisdom to share with you. And number two, just remember that we have a 4-tool system for a reason. Help your clients get and stay plugged in to all of the tools that are available to them so that you are not their only go-to and their savior and their rescue. Much love, you guys. Until next week. Mwah.